Then tragedy struck. The car, with Kennedy at the wheel, careened off the island's Dyke Bridge. Kennedy managed to extricate himself from the overturned vehicle, but Chappaquiddick drowned. Kennedy reported the accident to the police at 9:30 a.m. the next day. Though the film is primarily set during the week-long period between the scandal and Kennedy's televised mea culpa, the timeline is based on the accounts documented in a January 1970 inquest into whether there was evidence of any criminal act beyond the misdemeanor to which Kennedy had pleaded guilty, which was the leaving the scene of an accident. He received a suspended sentence of 2 months. In terms of why he did not call the authorities to help rescue Chappaquiddick, the senator explained that he was convinced it was too late for her. Get your history fix in one place. Sign up for the weekly Time History newsletter. Here's how Time reported key details about the accident in the inquest. He was still chatting with Richards and others when Gargan and Markham arrived at the hotel and asked him what he had done about the accident. He had done nothing. As Kennedy explained at the inquest, I just couldn't gain the strength within me, the moral strength, to call Mrs. Chappaquiddick at 2 in the morning and tell her that her daughter was dead. It was 9 before Kennedy notified the police. It was still later, around 11 a.m., that Gargan told the 5 women who had been at the party that Mary Jo was dead. The release of the transcript and Justice Boyle's report seemed to preclude any further criminal action against Kennedy, though a new grand jury investigation is theoretically possible. But it did nothing to solve the mysteries that still surround the case or to resolve the doubts about Kennedy's veracity. It also failed to account for local officials' inept handling of the case from beginning to end. Police Chief Dominic Arena never asked Kennedy why he had not reported the accident for 9 hours. District Attorney Edmund Dennis seemed noticeably reluctant to enter the case at all, then pressed belatedly and vainly for court permission to exhume Mary Jo's body so that an autopsy could be performed. His questions throughout the inquest were somewhat less than probing. Justice Boyle's handling of the inquest findings was inconclusive. He was empowered to bring charges, such as negligent driving or perjury, against Kennedy if he felt that they were warranted. Instead, he merely wrote a report implying negligence and questioning Kennedy's credibility. Last week Boyle, 63, retired after 36 years of court service. But, of course, the scandal didn't actually keep him from having a political career. As a U.S. Senator from Massachusetts, he earned the nickname Lion of the Senate and left his mark on landmark laws ranging from the Voting Rights Act of 1965 to the Americans with Disabilities Act. That power trumps post-presidential twilight, Time argued in his 2009 obituary, adding that, in fact, his failure to get to the presidency opened the way to the true fulfillment of his gifts, which was to become one of the greatest legislators in American history.